What do you think of this great British rail sale? Should we getting out the bunting and celebrating?
Oh, look, if you've got the small size of bunting, I think that would be good because it does
Mini bunting.
It is a very, very small step in the right direction. Just to put into context, what has happened to rail use? We went into the pandemic having had an amazingly successful 25-year run up to 2019.
In terms of passenger numbers.
Doubling the number of
Huge
passengers.
expansion.
Yeah, and of course lots of investment in the railways. As a non-car driver, I'm all in favour of that in terms of saving the planet. Public transport tends to be better than car use, so that was great. Everything just fell off a cliff, and ludicrously, the taxpayer was, for an awful lot of the pandemic, paying £1 million an hour to keep empty trains running. Since then, we've seen some recovery, but we are now still approximately 1/3 down on passenger numbers, and crucially, among commuters like you, we are 2/3 down on season ticket use. Now, that used to be the bedrock of
their revenue.
Of revenue.
Lots of money up front. You know you got the cash. It's in the bank. You can invest it.
Yeah, and that has gone. And the Treasury is in all sorts of states about it, which is why this rail sale, while who doesn't want to see on a front page half-price rail tickets? Well, yeah, for a small number of people, 1% of the people who will be using those tickets, who will be making a rail trip between the 25th of April and the 27th of May, 1% of those journeys will be done on these really nice half-price tickets. And that's great, but it's the smallest drop in an ocean. If you compare it what's happening in Germany, they're saying, right, tell you what, June, July, August, €9 anywhere you want to go.
In a huge country.
Yes.
€9.
Yeah, which is £8.
Yeah, amazing. What do you make of this, Justin?
What happened to those things you used to get on Trainline and those ones? You used to go on and get discounts on it. Were they real discounts? I seem to remember getting quite big...
Trainline is the app, of course.
Yeah, the app.
Ritzy people like you used to buy their train tickets.
Yes, then they were considerably cheaper. Particularly if you were going first class, you could afford to go first class at half price.
Well, I mean, those are advanced tickets, if I'm not mistaken, with what you are describing. And the rail sale actually only applies to advanced tickets, and then allegedly a small proportion of some off-peak tickets, but I've been spent the morning looking around. I can't find any of those. So
even you know your way around those
advanced tickets, and you'll be all right. You can still get, I think, London to Leeds in first class. Justin travels no other way for £35, which is great. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was looking. This was quite badly coordinated. It was supposed to go on sale at 10 o'clock in the morning. 9:30, GWR, Avanti West Coast were already punting them out. And
they jumped the gun.
Peak time trains from Cardiff, from Bristol to London and back in the rush hours, £25 Cardiff, £18 Bristol. Those are one-way fares, but amazing deals. And they will benefit a number of business travellers as well. But they're not absolutely the hardline commuters from places like lovely Hemel Hempstead and Woking.
Stevenage, indeed, or even Cambridge, where I commute from most of the time. Are we going to see more staycations this year? Are we going to see more people, in your view, staying in the UK, using the trains, or do you think people are just going to go for the sun? But in a cost of living crisis, they may think, oh, we can save a few quid, we can stay closer to home, we don't have to spend hugely on the annual holiday.
I don't see that. I think it's a very good narrative that you project there. But I think what we will see is... I mean, last year was a complete disaster for British tourism. Do not be in any doubt about that, not just in the way that we killed off completely the inbound travel industry with the travel restrictions we had in place, but also British people didn't go on holiday in anything like enough numbers as normal. Yes, if you were trying to get a cottage in Cornwall or a lovely place to stay in the Lake District, you were going to be paying an absolute fortune. But overall, tourism was a disaster last year. It's set to be quite a disaster this year, particularly if we can't get the inbound tourists back. But Brits are just desperate to go abroad, which is why we saw over the weekend such utter chaos everywhere from Dover to the airports. People simply desperate to leave.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.